what is your take on how to stay present and keep the faith and take the small incremental steps that are so important for these kids?
Wow, that's a very good question and not easily answered,
Yeah.
because I can tell you the answer to that is different for everybody. Um, you know, really, uh, it's a day-to-day experience because it's dynamic, it changes. I think the most the most important qualities that I've found to help be present in the
Mhm.
moment
Yeah.
is, first and foremost, good communication. You know, active listening, really talking with your child, really trying to understand what they're going through, putting yourself in their shoes, not making assumptions, um, being open and flexible and
Yeah.
accepting, and understanding that this really ties into my personal philosophy,
Mhm.
which is I feel that, or I hope that eventually terms like the autism spectrum, okay, will become moot. They'll become a thing of the past. I mean, definitions and labels are okay in the sense that when they're used to augment language, if you say someone who is autistic, you have a general vague idea of the um, challenges they might be facing, and the communication methods that might work better for them, but you don't really know until you meet the individual, talk with the individual, have that very important positive communication to really establish that connection. But where I'm leading to with this is we all have our stuff, right?
Yeah.
We are all on what I like to think of as the human spectrum. It's just a matter of, where do you vibrate? Are you ultraviolet? Are you visible? Are you infrared? What's your wavelength? Because we're all different. We're all unique. We all have our idiosyncrasies and our preferred methods of communicating, and the things that bother us, and the things that, we have to deal with on a daily basis. So again, back to your question, it's really about understanding and appreciating that everyone is unique, that everyone is an individual, being open and accepting, and not trying to fit anybody else inside of your box. Right?
Isn't that the truth? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a hard thing I think a lot of parents can struggle with, when you get this diagnosis, right? It's that realization that life isn't going to be what the picture you had in your head, or, the soccer team's not going to look the same, but my son's 16, and even at this point, what I love to say is, like, you don't shut yourself off, because you actually don't. You think of the things that maybe they won't do, but you don't know the things that they will do,
Wow.
and you can't see it. And if you put someone in a box, and it can be a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Like, if we don't give them that chance to grow, we can cut them off a lot, even before any of their abilities cut them off. So I've just been amazed. One of the most important thing I've learned is just not to get too far out in front of myself, right? To go down that road, because it really is that ability to pull back to the present and say, like, what do they need right now? And it's calming as the parent to just go, okay, I only have to deal with right now. And sometimes some of those moments are, you and I both know, they're pretty harried and crazy. And when they're young, if there's tantrums, if there's, like sound sensitivities, the things that life just throws into your day, they look a lot different if you're dealing with, the autism spectrum. But there are so many things that they teach us as parents about ourselves. So that's been one of my biggest realizations, is that not what I have to teach him, but what he's taught me and his siblings. So what are some of the things, if you reflected on that, what do you think some of the things that your son has taught you about yourself?
Oh my goodness. Where do I begin?
Yeah.
I mean, really, he has brought out the best in me. He has really made me reach inside and examine every little corner, and has really, I think, allowed me or given me, helped me gain the insight to really dig down deep, and those qualities that we all cherish, the compassion and the communication skills and the the tolerance, the acceptance, the appreciation for another human being, and for the incredible talents that they have, that and the desire to support those talents and to help bring them out and to nurture them. I mean, he has, like, I could go on and on and on.
Yeah, please do.
I'm who I am today
Yeah.
because, to a great extent, because of him. And
And then you're able to elevate others through the work that you're doing because of the things that you've gone through. And
oh
I think that's such a beautiful thing,
yeah,
in life. Like, I really believe that we go through these challenges so that we can help other people. And so that's what I love seeing stories like this, because
yeah,
it reinforces what I truly believe is the best things in life. So,
yeah,
um, but the other thing I'm curious about is how you, in growing up, I know you have 3 children.
right.
How, there are challenges when you have neurodiverse and neurotypical, siblings, and they all require different styles of parenting, and, they have different needs, like we were saying. But what were some of the ways that you were able to integrate, you know, the sibling connection, and maybe what were some of the challenges too?